Hello and welcome to Kicking Kickstarter with me, Jeccles. I am here with Dmitro Savanov to talk about his Kickstarter project, EvilJoy Business Comic Book. Tell us a bit about the background behind your project, EvilJoy Business Comic Book.
Basically, it is you can call it a tutorial book to help people to generate ideas based on their passions and interests. The background for the project is basically coming from the fact that most of the business books are telling people how to start the business, how to do the accounting, how to do the finance, based on the fact that they already have an idea. What if people want to have a business but they don't have that idea? So I believe there is a niche in the market for this piece of work. And secondly, if you go to any bookstore or try to download some books online, those books would be, I would say 400 pages that every person needs to kind of read and familiarize himself. So I thought comic book would be the format that can be the easiest digestible for aspiring entrepreneur, so to speak.
How did you go about putting the project together? Once you came up with the idea and found the niche in the market, how did you go about creating?
Well, first of all, I've developed a website. Me as a online marketer, I developed a spec, and then I have a team of developers who developed a website for me. So basically, it is a website about idea generation. I write about idea generation. We also stimulate and encourage people to post their very early stage ideas on the website, and then after a couple of months of the website being live, I thought one of the products that can go very well on the website would be this comic book. So and the next point out of that was that I can do it myself. It would take a little bit longer, or I can try and use crowdfunding websites like Kickstarter to help me do that. I had a few considerations about whether Kickstarter is the right sort of choice, because they are big in the US but not that much in the UK. But still, there are no major competitors in the UK anyway. So that's why I still went with them.
You seemed it was the best platform to help finance it because of the.
Yes, I would say it's a platform that allows people to either finance or maybe just speed up the execution of the project. Because you can always take a loan, or you can save up to execute that. Most of the projects are not particularly so heavy on the budget, but yes, it would greatly speed up the execution.
Because your goal for your project was only 2,500. How did you come up with that for the goal?
Well, the budget is very simple. We don't aim to earn money on the book itself from Kickstarter. So the budget is basically the fees for the preparing for the publishing and basically for the designers. I think 90% of the budget will go to the designer who would actually draw the book itself, because I can write, but I cannot possibly draw.
And how did you go about thinking of the ways that people create ideas for it to be put onto page?
Basically, yes. The book's focus is first of all to look into one's own passions and interests in the first place, and maybe not so much into what's trending in the market or what's hot in the market, because I feel most people are a little bit confused about where to go, and they go towards maybe the easiest route. And I'm telling this from my own experience, because apart from that, I work in online marketing, and it's very tempting all the time to do something on your own at the same field, but it's not necessarily what your biggest passion is. So we start looking at the interests and the hobbies, how they blend together. Is there a match between them? Is there a synergy between them? And then we continue working on them using the idea generation techniques. So what I want to give the readers and the users on my website is the toolkit and probably some confidence as well that they can do it.
So it's a book that's a really good first stepping stone for anybody that wants to go into business for themselves then.
This is the major idea. This is the major idea that it should give this person some confidence that I can do it. Probably create less barriers for the people who are a little bit, I want to do it, but I'm not sure if I can. And that confidence can only be achieved by giving them some basic tools, how they can generate that idea based on the interests. Of course, secondary sort of aspect would be for any sort of, to speak, thinking professional. They can learn more tools how to generate more ideas. I don't see a harm with that, but of course the primary goal is it's for the aspiring entrepreneurs.
And how come you went with the comic book format when designing the book?
I'm not particularly sure how the particularly comic book format sort of emerged, but having, let's say, 100 or 200 books on starting your own business or entrepreneurship, I felt some of them are talking about the same things, some of them they're repeating themselves, and some of them they're just a bit long, seriously. When you're reading 200, 400 pages, I understand some writers, they are being remunerated by the word count, so hence maybe the word count is very long. But so I wanted to make it short, very straight to the point, and maybe with some images. Then, I mean, the question of which images. I mean, entrepreneurship and ideas are very intangible things. So I developed 3 characters who are sort of depicting different sides of an entrepreneur. And those sides are, I would say, playing with each other or talking to each other, and they are describing this whole story of how to become an entrepreneur from the third party. So hence the characters, and then the characters went alive with the graphics. I wouldn't say it's a traditional comic, and hence I think there is also a little bit of a mix-up of Kickstarter. I posted it on the comic book section, but the other option would be to post it on the publishing section, because it's not typical comic book as probably all those comic book readers would imagine.
Well, you asked for 2,500 and you've gotten a fair, you started off quite well with it. Once you've hopefully got your goal, what do you hope to do with the project from there?
There are a few projects that I have in pipeline for the website. I would say that we definitely planning to do that, to make the book available for iPhone and iPad, and probably sell it on Amazon or eBay. But that is just a kind of one of the projects for the whole website. We continue writing materials for the website. They're not necessarily as robust as the book chapters, but they're just quick articles about exercises, about entrepreneurship idea tools. So it's one of the projects. We're also planning to do a game about it, but it's a very early stage.
And what different tiers are there for people to choose from when they pledge to your project?
Basically, we wanted to get it very simple, so we started with just providing the book itself as a minimum reward, and then we go up with actually providing. I think the top reward would be providing the credit in the book for top 20 contributors.
And where can people go to find out more about you, your website, and the Kickstarter project?
Well, we posted quite a robust description of the project on Kickstarter. We also posted the first chapter on our website, which is EvilJoy.com. So everyone who is interested can go online, check the current work, which is in progress. Of course, it's developed for the website, so it's not in the format that we want the book to be 100%. So it's developed for the web, but everyone can see the first chapter online already.
Thank you very much, Dmytro Savanov, for talking to us about the Kickstarter project EvilJoy Business Comic Book.
Thank you very much, James.